House version of a new school funding plan would send close to $8 billion to public classrooms, and some of that money would go specifically to fine arts students. KMAX Juliana Washburn's here now to show us what that could mean for those kids.
Brian, House Bill 2 has a lot to it. It's the school finance bill, including an additional $220 per student and money to expand pre-K fine arts and high school career advising programs, which could make a big difference for those students taking classes like theater, band, and art. Joycelyn Welch has taught art classes for over 12 years.
This is one of my art students.
She's proud of her kids.
Passion for me is the students, when they come in, they think they can't draw. And then they learn different techniques, and then it's like, oh, Miss, can I take a picture of this?
But Miss Welch knows they could do even more with more funding.
It would be nice to have a new kiln, to be able to order the clay and all the supplies so that you can put glaze on it and fire it.
Funds for more supplies.
A lot of poster boards, a lot of canvases.
More brushes and watercolor paint to bring their ideas to life.
And we talked about the Lascaux Caves over in France.
Many districts around the state operating in a budget deficit after no new public school funding in the last legislative session. Some schools forced to cut classes and programs. This year, the House is talking about $1.5 billion with money specifically set aside for fine arts classes. That could mean more of those paints and pencils for Miss Welch's kids. Supplies, she says, makes a difference.
I've had kids come in that keep their head down, and then they suddenly are pretty proud of themselves and proud of their work and put it out in the hall, and they're walking, a little bit more self-confident wise.
Miss Welch, moving on to the next project.
This over here is cubism.
Her kids and the tools in their hands always on her mind. So some lawmakers are not completely sold on House Bill 2 as a whole. They worry it's just not enough funding for public schools, especially if it's paired with that school voucher bill.